All you need is a mat and a little bit of space to move. And we're gonna start with a warm up first. And we will be down on the mat the whole time. So if you wanna take a nap too, you can do that. You do you. But we'll start with knees to chest. You can see me, Rosie's always in the way. I'm just drawing some circles, just kind of getting some gentle movement going with the hips. Rosie thinks it's playtime. He always gets really excited when I get down to his level. But let's keep going here. You can slowly start to switch directions. And this nice gentle movement, kind of shifting your weight from one side of the low back to the other for a really nice massage. Get things warm and loose. Good. All right, we'll slowly drop down the left leg and just kind of straighten it out, let it go long. We'll gently start to draw the right knee across the body. Just kind of working into it and keep it nice and slow as we pull across. You'll feel a nice stretch along the side of that leg into the hips and glutes. Your gaze can stay up at the ceiling, or you can shift your gaze over to the right. Whatever feels good. We'll take a few deep and easy breaths here. All right, when you're feeling ready, we'll slowly start to pull that leg back to the center, give it one more hug, and release the right leg. Inhale to draw the left leg up, and we'll gently pull it across to the right. And you keep it nice and slow as you kind of work into this stretch. You should feel that nice stretch along the side of the leg and the IT bands and glutes and hips. Gaze can be up at the ceiling, gaze can be over to the left, whatever is comfortable. Rosie's really into me right now. We'll take one more deep breath. Good, then we'll slowly bring that leg back to the center, give it a hug, and then we'll release to let it go long. All right, and coming up to our first bit of work here, we're gonna do some roll-ups. So this is a great warm-up exercise and core exercise and bonus hamstring stretch at the top. So say if you can see me around Rosie, we are going to start all the way flat on the mat, and we're going to gently roll all the way up to reach towards the toes, and then slowly control ourselves as we roll all the way back down to the mat. So we'll go for about 45 seconds here, a little bit longer because it's slow and controlled. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Rolling up, just reach. Nice and slow, one vertebra at a time, all the way down to the mat. And getting that nice bonus hamstring stretch at the top. And control all the way down. If you need to use a little bit of momentum with the arms to give yourself a little head start, feel free to do that too. Our big focus is that downward portion, just slow and controlled. I'm gonna say that a lot today, just a heads up. About 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can make your way all the way back down to the mat. Good. From here, we're gonna plant the feet, and we're gonna go to some single leg glute bridges. So get Rosie out of the way here. We're gonna start with the right foot planted. With that left leg, we have 2 options. You can either cross it over the right knee as we lift and lower, or you can keep it lifted out as we lift and lower. So we're gonna go for 30 seconds per leg. You can move at your own pace here. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Just lift and lower. Nice and easy, pressing up through that right heel to power those hips up. Your hands can just be placed by the sides for a little support. If you want an extra challenge, try not to lower all the way down, just stay hovering an inch or 2 over the ground. You have about 10 seconds left on this leg. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll switch legs. Take the same option as you did on that first leg, so either crossing or you can keep it lifted. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just lifting up as high as we can, trying to keep the hips as level as possible. Really powering up through that left heel. You might notice maybe this side feels a little different than that first side, and that's totally okay. So I would like to do these single-sided exercises so we can try to correct any muscle imbalances, really work both sides evenly. I have 10 seconds left. Try to get up a little bit higher if we can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, you can uncross that leg, and we're gonna lift the legs off of your mat for this last exercise. Rosie really thinks it's playtime right now. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. Arms are gonna be behind the head, clasped with a basket grip, so fingers are just intertwined. Elbows out wide. We're going to go for a crunch. Hold it here as we either lower one leg down, back up, the other leg back up, and then relax. Or you can lift, do both legs at the same time, and then lower back down. So again, either lift, single leg, just make sure to do both sides, and lower, or same time. So we'll get ready here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we're lifting up first, holding. So lower one leg down, the other, and then relax down to the mat. It's really focusing on grounding that back down. So you can hear I have a little shake in my voice. It's a good challenging core exercise to get those muscles fired up. Then we have 15 seconds left. Strong and steady, and there's no rush, and keep it slow. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can relax. So bring the legs down. And you can go ahead and straighten the legs out. We're back to roll-ups at the top. Arms will start overhead. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So rolling all the way up and reach towards the toes. And nice and slow all the way back down. If you need to use a little momentum to kind of give yourself a head start on that roll up, by all means, please do so. Our focus is really controlling on the way down, getting that core fired up, or keeping it fired up. It should be fired up at this point. 15 seconds left. Nice stretch at the top. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Make your way all the way down to the mat. Good. All right. Moving along to our single leg glute bridge. And we'll start with the right leg on the ground. So either crossing that left foot over, or you can just hold it out straight, a little more challenging. You have 30 seconds per leg, beginning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just lifting, lowering. And if you want to challenge, try not to lower all the way down. Just keep a little hover. Keep those muscles working. You should be feeling it in the hamstrings and the back of the leg, as well as the glutes. And we have about 10 more seconds here. And then as a fun challenge, we're going to add in a hold at the top in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll bring the hips up and hold here. I'm really pressing up through that right heel, squeezing the glutes tight, racing that core. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. You can lower it down Maybe give the legs a little shake out, pedal out. Then we'll switch sides. So that left foot is going to be planted strong and steady. Right foot is either crossed over top or straightened out. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting, lowering, and powering up through that left heel. We try to keep the hips as level as possible. And if you want that extra challenge, don't lower all the way down. Nice work. We have about 10 seconds left of our lifts, and then we do have that hold once again for an extra challenge, just for fun. In 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold strong at the top. We can really press through that left heel, squeeze the glutes, and check in with the hips. Try to make sure they're as level as possible. We'll press up a ½ inch higher. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. We'll bring knees to chest and just draw a couple circles here, a little refresher. And switch directions. Nice and easy breaths. This is such a relaxing workout, if I do say so myself. We'll slowly release the legs down. And we're gonna take a nice wide stance. So feet are gonna be kind of on the outside of your mat. Sticking with our roll-up theme, we are rolling up once again, but this time we're going to roll up, add a twist to reach towards that foot, and then slowly lower all the way back down. Just make sure we switch sides as we twist and reach at the top. And again, nice and controlled on the way down, as you can hear a nice shake in my voice. So we'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. And if you need to use a little momentum, swing those arms, that is okay. Our focus is that twist and slow and controlled on the way down. And that twist is helping to kind of get those obliques involved, which are your side abs right here. Really getting a little bit of everything with this one. We'll keep it going strong and steady. 15 seconds left. If you ever need a break, feel free to just hang out the bottom, take an extra breath, and join us when you're ready. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out, make your way all the way back down to the mat. Good. All right. Going back to glutes, this time around, we're gonna do a double leg bridge, but we're gonna just pulse. So we're going to be lifting and then pulsing a couple inches at the top. And then we'll hold and kind of pulse the knees in towards one another. So we'll just alternate between pulsing up and down and pulsing knees in. So just listen up, follow along. If you ever need a break, feel free to lower down and then lift back up when you're ready. Okay, cool. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So just lifting up, moving a couple inches. If you'd like, you can keep hands on hips just to make sure they're staying level. Or you can also relax the hands down by your sides. We're really focusing on pressing up through those heels, squeezing the glutes, drawing belly button towards the spine to keep that core braced. Good. We'll get ready to pulse knees in 3, 2, 1. So we're staying lifted, but we're gonna drawing the knees in towards one another. Not a ton of movement here, just an inch or two once again. Like those slow, controlled movements, tiny controlled movements, I should say. Keep breathing through. About 10 more seconds here. We're back to our pulse in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So back to the pulse. Knees are staying in line with the hips as much as possible. If you ever need a break, again, feel free to lower down, take a breath. Join us when you're ready. Getting those hamstrings and glutes fired right on up. We have about 10 more seconds. We're back to our knee pulse one more time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll pulse knees in, and we're holding those hips up as high as we can. The knees should be the only things moving. Breathe through, loving that glute burn, love that hamstring burn. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. Woo. Go ahead and kind of roll ourselves up. Flipping on over. Core and more means we get to do push-ups. Woohoo! So for push-ups today, we're going to start with narrow push-ups. So hands are going to be kind of close together. If you'd like, you can also make a triangle with the hands, or you can just have them parallel. Rosie really likes this one, apparently. And we're going to be, oh, here he goes. Lowering down as far as comfortable and pressing away from the mat. So you might not get as far down as you normally would with push-ups, and that's totally fine. Another option too, you can do one push-up and then kind of just take a stretch back in between. So give yourself a little reset built into every rep. So that is always an option. These ones are tough, but we love them. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And lowering down just as far as comfortable. We can keep that back flat. Exhales, we press ourselves away. And always an option to take that stretch back in between each rep, just to give the arms a little breather. And wherever you're at, we're bracing the core by drawing belly button towards the spine. We have about 10 seconds left. Power through. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can stretch it back, take a breath. All right, you can slowly slide your arms up towards you, and we're gonna flip on over. We're back to the top. One more time through. So feet again are outside of the mat, nice and wide for our wide roll up and twist. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, you can use some momentum if you need to. Just get that twist at the top. Slow on the way down. We're trying to sit up nice and tall. Once we make it to the top, we'll be working on strengthening all those postural muscles that are all part of the core. Here we go, keep it up. Good slow burn here. And of course, that bonus stretch at the top in those hamstrings feels good. We have about 10 more seconds here. We'll try to get a couple more in. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can make your way nice and slow all the way down. Woo. All right, you know the drill. We're gonna take a bend in those knees. Feet are about hip width apart. And we're going between our pulsing and pulsing the knees in. We'll begin with our pulse first in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting the hips up and just a little bit of movement right at the top of that bridge. Keeping constant tension in those hamstrings and glutes. Rosie just really likes this workout. Hopefully you do too. We have about 10 more seconds here, then we'll go to our knee pulse in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we'll hold at the top and just pulse knees in. So the only things moving should be the knees. Just a couple inches, tiny controlled movements. Lift the hips up, 1/4 inch higher, just a little bit. Good, we have 10 seconds here. We'll stay lifted strong and then move back to our pulse. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So knees stay steady, pulsing again up and down. Just a little bit of movements. Should feel nice burn, little love in the hamstrings and glutes at this point. You're breathing through it. We're not here much longer. We'll finish up with our knee pulses in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So holding at the top, pulsing the knees in, and knees are the only thing moving right now. Breathe, stay lifted. We can do this. We love that slow, controlled burn. 10 seconds. 1/4 inch higher. There we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. Woo! We'll make our way up to push-ups once again. However it's comfortable. So we'll stick with our triceps push-ups. So same options as last time. You can just go for it. You can have that nice stretch back in between, but wherever you're at, focus on keeping that back flat and core brace. So if you can't get all the way down, that's totally fine. Just work your range of motion. Sound good? Cool. We'll get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, push-ups. And always remembering to inhale on the way down, exhale on the press. Breathing will help you out, trust me. Should feel a nice burn in the triceps, feel the chest working, a little bit of shoulders. Really getting all those upper body muscles fired on up here. And we're in our home stretch. We have 10 seconds left. Keep at it. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll stretch it back. Few deep breaths here. Good, we have time for one more round through. Cut it a little close, but that's okay, it's my style. From here, we're just gonna go ahead and shift forward and all the way down to the mat. Going for a lovely Superman variation. So we're gonna go for some swimmers. For swimmers, we have a couple options. So option 1, the legs will be lifted, but they're not gonna move, just the upper body will move. So starting lifted, we're just gonna alternate pulling one arm down at a time, pretending like we're kind of swimming, just with the upper body. Option 2, you can add in flutter kicks on the back end using the legs as we continue to kind of just alternate pulling the arms down. Great workout physically and mentally to coordinate. So you can pick what option's best for you. We have 30 seconds here, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, either legs lifted, just staying still, or you can add in those kicks, get the glutes a little more fired up, get the low back fired up. And our pull downs, we are squeezing those shoulder blades tight. Continue to breathe through and just gaze down at your mat. Awesome work. We have 10 seconds left. Squeeze a little bit tighter with those shoulder blades. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. Woo. We'll go ahead and just flip onto one side. We have side planks. So whatever side you want to start with, we have 2 options. Once again, first option, that bottom leg is going to be bent about 90 degrees. Top leg is going to be straightened out. We're going to lift up and hold our side plank. Then add in nice side leg lift, just for a little extra hip and glute work and make it a little more challenging for those obliques. You can move at your own pace. You can also keep that top hand down for a little extra support as needed. Option 2, lifting up on the toes for the same thing, lifting and lowering that leg, either hands up on your side or a little extra support here. If you start to feel the hips droop, that's when you drop down and continue on that knee. So those are your options. We'll get ready for side 1 in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And you can move at your own pace. Keep it slow. We have no rush. You're breathing through. Awesome work. 15 seconds left on this side. Try to bring the hip up just a little bit higher if we can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. Woo. We'll make our way onto the other side to even it out. Try to stick with the same variation you chose on that first side to keep it even. We'll get set up and ready in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And side 2. And take it at your own pace with those leg lifts. Hand down if you need a little extra support. Of course, breathing through. Good work. Have about 10 seconds left. Home stretch. Try to bring the hip up a little bit higher if we can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. Woo! Those are our 3 exercises. We'll make our way back to the top, which means we are laying on our fronts, getting ready for our Superman swimmers, option of legs still or kicking for a little extra spice. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. 30 seconds. Focusing on squeezing those shoulder blades tight with our swimming motion. Maybe alternate between stillness of the legs, adding a little kicking. Totally up to you. We have 15 seconds left. We'll lift up a little higher if we can. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll take a little stretch back. Child's pose, take a deep breath or 2. And when you're feeling ready, we'll slowly shift ourselves forward onto one side. Final exercises here. So you know all the options. I'll let you pick what's best for you. We'll get ready in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting up, adding that slow leg lift. You can always hold a little bit longer in the plank before adding that lift, and you can feel it out. And what's best for you. Rosie's just really trying to be supportive today for everyone. 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. We'll flip over, final side, final exercise for class. Try to set up the same way you did on that first side. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. And this is it, really focusing. And a lot of slow burn for class today. It's a good mental workout too, to be able to hang with it, push through. We'll keep breathing, keep that hip lifted. 10 seconds left, we can do this. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll lower down. We'll just take a quick stretch in child's pose. You can flip over, knees out as wide as comfortable. We'll sink hips towards heels and reach those arms forward, relaxing forehead to the mat if you'd like. And it might feel kind of nice to kind of shift side to side to get a little extra stretch in the hips and glutes. Worked them pretty hard. Time to give them a little love. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. Good, and after that second deep breath, you can slowly kind of pull your arms up towards you, walk them up. Rosie just thinks we're playing all day today, but anywho, that's all I have for core and more. Thank you so much for joining me and Roosevelt, of course, for class.